science is something terribly important that we invest a lot of belief in. And I think one way you can do it is through a mega museum, which demonstrates scientific principle and scientific facts. This museum is not about the work of the Leakeys at all. There happen to be a few fossils that we found over the years that'll be shown in it, but that's not the point of the museum. And when this governor we're taking his fossils, he hasn't got any fossils. The fossils are all over the world. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And why would we want to take his fossils? I built an institute up there so that the Turkana fossils remain in Turkana. Nobody exhibits original fossils, my friend. They're too precious. All of the original fossils stay in the places they were found, in very secure bank vaults and places where they're safe. So, anyone in Tokyo, anyone in Helsinki to Cape Town can put up an exhibit which shows Turkana fossils, because they're not Turkana fossils, they're replicas. In '98, I had already spent a huge amount of money designing a museum for Turkana. But I said to Nano, Zikiza, you have to do something for infrastructure. You have to do something for security. We have to have a proper airfield that jets can fly into, to justify the expenditure of that much money. So it's in the plan. We will do it. That was in 2007. Eventually I went to him in 2000 and we'll show you the letters. He said, listen, you've done nothing.
2018, yeah, he had done nothing.
Nothing.
The letters are there. I send it to you by WhatsApp.
Okay. And he didn't reply. I then went to Turkana, had a meeting with him and his people, and said, listen, you can't raise 8 billion shillings, because the donors won't give it to you unless there's some evidence that the Turkana people and the county support it by putting some money into infrastructure and other things like that. I couldn't imagine not one answer. And so I wrote it and said, I'm pulling out. I'm raising the money and I can't do it here. I'll do it somewhere else. End of story. That land is probably several million an acre and we're giving 200 acres free. You're only stealing. I don't know what stealing that is. And the reason we're doing it is the government is putting a road from Athi River past Konabaridi to go on to the Masai Mara. You know about it?
Yes, you have written about it.
The government is redoing the road from Nairobi via Ngong across to Matasia and up that way. There's all sorts of people with land who want to build hotels and things. And it's a much better place to have it. And if you land at Nairobi Airport and you want to go to the Mara, you can go via the Ngaran. You see it. And this way we get revenue. And the revenue supports subsidized access for children, our own people. And Kenya goes back on the map. I mean, this, as you know, we have tourism. What is tourism now? Our beaches have got beach boys, finish. Our parks. Tanzania has parks. Malawi has parks. Zambia has parks. We can't compete on parks and hotels that were built 40 years ago. But if you can put a museum of a kind that has never been built before, travel agents and tourists will say, hey, we can also see elephants. And we can also, maybe some of us go to the beach, but we'll see the beginning of humanity. Kenya's our destination. Now, surely we as Kenyans, after all the problems we've had, it's time we woke up and did something for Kenya. Make Kenya work again. This has never been done, and the reason it's never been done is that technology didn't exist. It's only in the last 5 years less that this technology now exists. And it's never been applied to evolution and human origins, because most of the big museums in Europe and Asia are museums that were built for the old ages, and the rooms aren't suitable, the space isn't there. And so we can do something here that nobody has ever done before. Now, if we can do that in Africa, that's great for our continent. If we can do it in our own country, my friend, surely that's good. Group called Iman,
Yes, yes.
and they were looking for land to build an art museum, contemporary modern art. And I said to them, there's enough land on Garan that we could make space for them, provided their plans were compatible with our plans. And that meant that they would have one gallery devoted to the origins of African art, prehistoric art, Baroque art, stuff from Sahara, Mali, northern Nigeria. All of this art was done down to South Africa. So it was a celebration of art in Africa. And then drawing from that, their designers would have other exhibits on more contemporary art and feature modern artists of African descent. Maybe Wengeshi Mutu, for example, she's on their board. To play a part in this, there are a number of people. But what I don't want on this site is what they call contemporary art in the West, where semi-naked people dance around in painted clothes and look stupid. I don't want that. You'll see Kibilayang.